I could think of 100 different genres of music, but EDM has definitely made its way on the top of the list. Now, EDM isn't just a music genre. To me, it's just a feeling. Now, there's many different genres of music, of course, but EDM is my main one because not only is it the foundation of my brand IHEARTCLOMI, but it's that feeling. It's that feeling of that inspired feeling of just moving and moving to the sounds and the waves of the beats and the music. And a lot of people nowadays, they listen to rap music and hip hop and all this other stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of hip hop. Who doesn't like rap and stuff? But it just doesn't give me that same feeling EDM does. Like EDM, it doesn't matter if you listen to house, techno, it does not matter. But hip hop would never, ever, I don't think it will, especially in today's world and society of people listening to rap and quote unquote street music or whatever, it would never, ever lead up to the moment of EDM. Like, it's just that feeling. Like, maybe back in the day when quote unquote hip hop first started, but people were breakdancing and stuff, and I guess you could say, according to the history of music, it kind of came from that. But we're talking about like EDM, electronic dance music, all the beats and all this other stuff that aligns with what we call today EDM. It's so amazing. Even just hearing, like, even if you want to put New Order in that sort of aspect of music genre, but I don't really know what you would call theirs, but I really see it as electronic, because if you really do the research on how New Order got started, it went from Joy Division, which was like an alternative indie kind of rock style, to New Order. Now, that is a crazy shift. That is an insane shift, and just hearing that is so powerful. Like, from alternative to, like, what? For them picking up machines, this was even before computers, like picking up machines, that's what they would call it. They would, like, if you watch a documentary on it, they called it machine music. And when these guys were literally picking up these machines and these pianos and these beat makers and all this stuff, they were creating such cool sounds with nothing, like no product, just nothing out of thin air from scratch. And that is so inspiring, how they managed to make such great music with nothing, literally machines. That's why they call it machine music, because it literally is. They're using machines to make the music. It's so crazy, like synths and freaking bass machines and all sorts of stuff just to create some sounds, and they put it together and they create a wonderful masterpiece of music. And hearing that is just so cool and so inspiring. Like today, I've only seen, like, there's not much of a handful of artists making things quote unquote from scratch, and not everybody is like, we got new technology. Like, this has nothing to do with today's world, and I'm not hating on the way people form and however they want to come up with the creative process, but seeing something made from scratch and that is just so cool. Like, the fact that they didn't even have computers and they made a lot of their stuff from just scratch machines and stuff, that is so inspiring. Like, that is beyond tremendously just different, and I like that. That is just amazing. So hearing that story of them telling how much the music is made with the machines and stuff, that is extremely inspiring. If that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what you're doing, honestly. But that is just so cool to me, that they can just create something from nothing out of thin air. So it's extremely cool how they can honestly pull that off, and how they did pull that off and create such masterpieces from literally nothing. So to me, that is extremely interesting. And also, even the story with the house music, which I'm probably going to make another video on, talking about the story of house music, how that was created, originating from Chicago, which is extremely amazing how they did that as well, saying how much of a boring space the club scene was at the time and stuff, and they wanted to create something new, a new environment, and house music comes about, and I'm gonna make a whole video on that. But EDM to me is gonna be forever one of the greatest genres of music in music history. It's always going to be that. Like, it doesn't matter what form. Like, I'm very versatile, so I'm open to a lot. The more you stay tuned into my brand, IHEARTCLOMI, you will see it a lot, like a lot, in my formats of visuals, my tracks that I upload to YouTube, and everything. So it is just amazing, and I love it, and it's just never gonna go away. It's definitely one of those things that's gonna just be a part of me, like, forever and ever and ever and ever. And I can go on all day about this. So yeah, that's why I chose EDM.